Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another book review. Today I'm going to be talking about a book called Otherworld by Jason Segal and Kirsten Miller. And so, if you haven't heard of this book, I actually picked this one up after I saw it on Jesse the Reader's channel. And I actually have read Warcross by Mary Lou, which I also have a review on this channel, also in case you want to check that out. And since then, I was really in the mood for some more gaming fiction. So something that has like video game, virtual reality type of thing going on. And so I read this one. And so this is a book about that takes place in the future where there's this popular game called Otherworld, which is like a virtual reality game that where you wear helmets and you go and you play for hours and then you pretty much are in another world. And so this boy named Simon, who pretty much is like 18 and he's rich, he has money, parents technically have money, and then he goes to school, and at the same time he also has this love for his best friend Cat, who pretty much for some reason starts ghosting him, and so he pretty much wants to know why, and she pretty much avoids him like the plague. And so when he tries to find out, why are you avoiding me? So, but then pretty much he ends up in this mystery trying to spy her, and then he ends up at a party where she was supposed to be with, where she's hanging out with some weird kids, and then an accident happens, and then she and her friends end up in the hospital, and Kat is in severe condition to the point where she's in a vegetable state. And so as part of the trial, she gets to be part of this new trial where from the company who invented Otherworld, to where this like special gadget where it lets her be inside a video game world for as a way to escape her vegetable state. During the time, Simon's trying to cope with this, but then somehow he finds out that Kat screamed, and so he's like, she's in trouble in this world and I need to go find her. And so pretty much with the luck, he actually gets a hold of these new gadgets that lets him play with the world, and he goes into the game to go find her. But during that time he learns more about how messed up the world is and how it's not as great as he thought it was, and there's crazy stuff going on, and there's crazy players going on who also don't know that they're in the game, and things get real. And at the same time, he also, in the real world, he uncovers a hidden conspiracy behind the game company that they're up to no good. Pretty much like somewhat the summary of it. And I pretty much am kind of like split between the book on how I have a few things that I liked about it, but there are things that I didn't like about it. Some parts I did like about it. I like the concept. I like the whole idea of gaming and virtual reality, and I really like that. And I actually do like the whole journey, a character going on a journey to go on a quest to find something or to save the woman he loves and so on, and him teaming up with other characters to pretty much accomplish the task. And I also like the fact that there's even like some conspiracies going on. But on that said, I feel like the book is kind of like not original. It's fast paced, but there was also some slow parts to it that made me feel like I read this before. I read a lot of stuff before. I mean, I don't read a whole ton of gaming thrillers, but I have read some, and also I've watched Sword Art Online, and I felt like it was a copy of that. So it felt like pretty much, and also the whole idea of the games, maybe even characters who pretty much were trapped in the game idea type of thing, felt like kind of like, it's been done. And as for the characters, I did not really care for the characters as much. I didn't really like them as much, especially the main character, Simon. I felt like he was very, I don't know, he pretty much acts like this character, noble character, best friend, going to go save the girl he loves. But at the same time, I felt like he is overly protective and overly obsessed. And he's kind of stalkerish in some way. So I felt like he was not that great, and he pretty much has some moral issues in this book. So issues where he thinks he's better, he thinks he's right in all this, but I'm like, I don't get this. And also I feel like the other characters, especially even the female characters, were kind of weak in this book. And I felt like I would like even if you're supposed to be being saved and you're the damsel, but I would like to see some strength within that character as well. So there was like a lot of weak female characters, and even the male characters are not that interesting. And even the fantasy elements, like the monsters in this one, I felt like they were kind of flimsy. They were poorly developed, and even the world's poorly developed. I mean, this is like a rough draft, and they just left it that way. I don't know. It's like if they did it in a month and they didn't choose not to revise it or something like that, and I felt like that was the book. And even the book was very predictable, and like for the villain that like when the book you want to have plot twists sometimes, and that whole thing that you like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Well, this book I saw everything that was coming, so I knew everything was coming. I knew who the bad guy was going to be. I knew what the plot twist was going to be, and it was just really like kind of like disappointing. This book, I actually had high hopes, and I like the actor. I like his movies somewhat, depending on the movie. But for his acting, the book idea, I mean, hopefully maybe this is not his. Maybe it's not his idea. Maybe it's not his area. Maybe he's better off writing a thriller instead. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on this book. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Otherworld. Did you read it? Did you like it? Let me know. And if you really liked this book review and enjoyed hearing me talk about it, do click on thumbs up. And if you want to see more book reviews, love to have you around, so keep on reading.